It started quietly, almost too quietly. A whisper inside the WWE locker room, a rumor floating through the corridors of the Scotiabank Arena, and a few stunned reactions from backstage staff who weren't supposed to hear anything at all. But by the end of the night, that whisper exploded into a full-blown backstage emergency, because the name being discussed wasn't a newcomer, wasn't a struggling prospect. It was Sami Zayn, one of the most beloved babyfaces on the entire WWE roster. And the rumor, it was something nobody saw coming. According to multiple sources who were in the room when it happened, creative suddenly dropped one of the boldest, most insane pitches of 2025. What if we shave Sami Zayn's head? Not trim. Not shorten. Completely. Shave. Bald. A full character reboot. A dramatic heel turn. A total destruction of the forever underdog persona that fans spent nearly a decade cheering for. Something so drastic that even WWE veterans backstage reportedly froze in shock when the idea was thrown onto the table. Because if this pitch becomes real, it will mark the end of the Sami Zayn fans. They've known their entire lives. The conversation began earlier that evening after a creative meeting that ran longer than expected. WWE officials, including producers, marketing strategists, and even talent development executives, were discussing Zayn's current state. While he remains massively popular with the audience, the company feels the scruffy, chaotic, lovable underdog character might have finally reached its limit. And that's when one executive said the line that set everything in motion. "We've squeezed everything we can out of this version of Sami. It's time to evolve him, or shock the world." The room went quiet. Someone asked, "What do you mean shock?" Another replied, "A full repackage, something nobody expects." And before anyone could gather their thoughts, a producer leaned forward and dropped the bomb. "What about shaving his head? Let's send him in a darker direction. A serious heel. A totally new persona." Instantly, people reacted. Some were excited. Some were horrified. Some laughed thinking it was a joke. But it wasn't a joke. Not this time. This wasn't a comedy pitch or a creative fantasy. This was a legitimate option being written on the board, next to proposed new gear, new entrance music, and even a new finishing move. We were seriously considering wiping away every last trace of the old Sami and replacing him with something sharper, more intimidating, and far more unpredictable. Backstage sources say Zayn wasn't in the room, but word reached him quickly. A producer personally approached him, saying only, "Creative is cooking something huge for you, and you're not ready for it." And the look on the producer's face was enough to make Sami stop in his tracks. Was this real? Would WWE really shave one of its most recognizable stars bald on live television? Just to spark a heel turn, you could feel the tension in the locker room. Superstars were whispering. Staffers were trading shocked looks. Something big was coming. Something career-altering. And this was only the beginning. As soon as the news of the pitch began circulating backstage, more details started leaking out. And suddenly, the entire WWE universe understood something crucial. This wasn't just a random creative idea. This was part of a much bigger plan, a long-term strategy to rebrand Sami Zayn into something WWE believes could become the most shocking heel of the next era. Because behind the scenes, WWE officials have been closely monitoring fan reactions, merch sales, storyline momentum, and match metrics for months. And something unusual kept appearing in the data. Fans love Sami Zayn, but they've stopped being surprised by him. The underdog gimmick, which once electrified the entire company, has become predictable. Heartfelt promos expected. High-energy comebacks expected. Comedy moments expected. Even the emotional underdog victories, they don't hit with the same force they once did. And WWE hates predictability. One official reportedly said during the meeting, "Sami is too safe, too familiar. He needs danger again." Another agreed. He's the perfect superstar to shock the audience because no one expects him to go dark. The moment that thought entered the room, everything started snowballing behind closed doors. WWE has been preparing for major character refreshers across the board. With new TV deals, higher production budgets, and a push to create viral global moments, the company is searching for storylines that explode across TikTok, X, and YouTube the moment they hit the screen. A shaved head, full heel, ruthless Sami Zayn? That's the kind of transformation that instantly trends. Executives compared it to moments like Bayley's sudden heel turn, Roman Reigns reinventing himself as Tribal Chief Finn Balor's darker Bullet Club persona, Cody Rhodes' nightmare reboot. But with Sami, it hits differently because the shift is so extreme, so unexpected, so visually jarring. One insider even said, if we shave him bald on live TV, the internet will break. Instant headlines, instant shock, instant momentum. And yes, the company has already brainstormed scenarios on how to do it. Some involved betrayal angles, some involved faction attacks, some even involved Sami doing it himself in a moment of rage, a symbolic destruction of the old. Sami in front of a stunned arena. But why now? Why this moment in his career? Sources point to 3 reasons. 1. Creative believes Sami has plateaued, not declining, just stuck. To say for the modern WWE landscape. Point 2. WWE is entering a new era where big, viral moments matter more than ever, and transformations get clicks, comments, and watch time. 3. The roster is shifting toward edgier personalities. Drew McIntyre, Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest, all darker characters thriving in high-stakes stories. WWE wants more performers who can exist in that space. And amazingly, some officials believe Sami could become the best heel in the entire company if his look and character get rebuilt from the ground up. Backstage morale became a storm of reactions. Some loved the idea, saying Zayn could pull off a sinister, manipulative villain with ease. Others thought it was unnecessary, arguing fans love him just the way he is. But WWE isn't interested in comfort. They want impact. And shaving Sami Zayn's head might be the shock that resets his entire career trajectory. The moment the rumors hit social media, the WWE universe erupted. Fans flooded Twitter, X, Instagram, and Reddit with disbelief, excitement, and pure chaos. They wouldn't dare, one fan tweeted, while another wrote, Sami Zayn bald. That's it. I'm tuning in every week. The sheer volume of posts skyrocketed within hours, trending hashtags like hashtag SamiZay in transformation and hashtag bald Sami began popping up across platforms. And within minutes, reaction videos started flooding YouTube, some celebrating the idea, others fearing the loss of the beloved underdog. His PR team reportedly scrambled to manage the online frenzy. Calls went out to top producers, creative directors, and even Sami himself. The reaction was split. Fans were divided, but the consensus was clear. This would be the biggest gamble of Sami Zayn's career. Backstage sources say Vince McMahon and Triple H even held an emergency strategy session to weigh the risks versus rewards. Every creative mind in that room knew one thing. If this happened, it would dominate headlines, social feeds, and YouTube discussions worldwide. But the intensity of the fan reactions also brought scrutiny. Hardcore supporters voiced concerns about tampering with Sami's image. This is unnecessary, argued one Reddit thread. Sami is perfect as he is. Don't ruin the underdog. Meanwhile, casual viewers and social media users celebrated the prospect of a dark, unpredictable new Sami, someone capable of shocking rivals and taking storylines to new heights. The contrast in reactions only fueled WWE's intrigue. After all, polarizing superstars often generate the most engagement and highest ratings. Even former wrestlers weighed in. CM Punk, in an off-air podcast, hinted at the potential brilliance of the idea. You want shock? You want buzz? Nothing says shock like someone you know suddenly becoming something else entirely. Sami could own this. Similarly, commentators speculated on how a bald, heel Sami could dominate feuds with top stars like Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and even Roman Reigns, creating a dramatic narrative twist that fans couldn't ignore. Social media memes erupted too. One showed a photoshopped Sami with a bald head wearing a dark leather jacket, captioned, "From chaos to calamity." Another imagined him delivering a ruthless attack on Kevin Owens, while fans jokingly demanded that WWE-era live head shave segment to break the internet. The potential for viral moments is undeniable. Every clip, promo, and arena reaction could trend globally for days. Meanwhile, inside WWE, wrestlers were buzzing in private group chats. Kevin Owens reportedly messaged Sami directly, "You're actually doing this? I don't know if I can beat a bald, evil Sami." The locker room energy shifted. Sami's usual playful underdog demeanor now carried a new tension. A hint that maybe, just maybe, the most shocking twist of his career is coming. The stakes couldn't be higher. Fans are on edge. WWE is on edge. And Sami Zayn himself stands at the precipice of one of the boldest transformations in modern wrestling history. If this happens, it won't just be a character change. It will redefine Sami Zayn as a superstar capable of commanding every storyline, every feud, and every headline. Backstage sources suggest WWE isn't just considering shaving Sami Zayn's head for shock value alone. They are meticulously planning storylines that could elevate him as a top-tier heel. The goal is simple: take one of the most beloved babyfaces in the company and turn him into a character that fans love to hate, while creating viral moments that dominate social media and live broadcasts alike. The first idea being floated involves Sami confronting Kevin Owens in a dramatic betrayal. In this scenario, after years of friendship and epic matches, Sami would shock the audience by attacking Owens mid-match, ripping off his signature underdog mask and standing tall with a new, bold, menacing look. Imagine the crowd gasping as Sami delivers a devastating sequence, leaving Kevin Owens sprawled on the mat. A moment that could instantly go viral worldwide. Sources say WWE believes this angle could be more shocking than classic betrayals, like Shawn Michaels turning on Marty Jannetty or Edge betraying Christian. Another concept revolves around faction dynamics. Sami could align with a darker faction, or even form his own, recruiting younger stars to bolster his new persona. This would allow WWE to use him as a centerpiece for multiple storylines simultaneously, creating layers of intrigue. Backstage, producers are reportedly brainstorming entrance themes, signature moves, and even a new finisher, something that embodies chaos, unpredictability, and pure menace. A bald Sami Zayn delivering a devastating chaos strike or a ruthless submission maneuver could redefine his in-ring presence entirely. But WWE isn't stopping at match angles alone. They are considering promos that exploit his heel persona, allowing Sami to show a more aggressive, manipulative side than ever before. Imagine a live promo where he mocks the crowd, the announcers, and even Kevin Owens, all while teasing a more violent, unstoppable version of himself. According to insiders, this could be the moment that sets social media on fire, combining shocking visuals with intense character work. Even his wardrobe is under consideration. Gone will be the scruffy, colorful shirts and quirky accessories of the underdog Sami. In their place, black leather, dark gear, and perhaps subtle nods to chaos and destruction, visual storytelling that complements the bald, heel persona. WWE is reportedly aiming for a complete transformation, not just a hairstyle change. This is about creating a version of Sami Zayn who feels new, dangerous, and unpredictable every time he enters the arena. Of course, no major WWE transformation is without risks. Fans could reject the sudden change. Merchandise sales might initially dip, And Sami himself would need to fully embrace this darker side to make it believable. Yet insiders believe the gamble is worth it. The potential for viral buzz, dramatic storyline impact, and a new era of ratings success is enormous. In short, WWE isn't just planning a haircut. They are planning a career-defining evolution. One that could push Sami Zayn from a beloved underdog into a headline-grabbing heel, capable of dominating every feud, every storyline, and every arena in the world. And if executed correctly, fans may never see him the same way again, which, for WWE, is exactly the point. The stage is set. WWE has reportedly drawn up multiple timelines for Sami Zayn's shocking transformation, each one carefully designed to maximize impact, shock value, and social media engagement. The potential storylines are buzzing backstage, with producers debating every detail. Who will witness the first attack? Which arenas will host the reveal? And what chance the crowd will erupt with when the bald, darker Sami steps into the ring? Every camera angle, every promo, every match sequence is being planned to make this more than a moment, a viral, unforgettable spectacle. The fan reaction is already intense. Social media polls show that nearly half of the audience wants to see the transformation immediately, while the other half is terrified at the idea of losing the Sami they've loved for years. WWE thrives on this exact tension. The polarizing effect guarantees engagement, clicks, and live viewership. Experts predict that if the character reboot goes live at a major event, like WrestleMania or SummerSlam, it could trend worldwide within hours, dominate YouTube highlights for weeks, and spark countless debates across fan communities. Inside the locker room, the reaction is electric. Stars like Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch are reportedly buzzing about potential storylines. Everyone wants a piece of the new Sami, because a heel transformation of this magnitude creates opportunities for feuds, alliances, and career-defining matches. Kevin Owens, in particular, is said to be both excited and nervous, knowing that facing a bald, ruthless Sami could change his own storylines forever. Meanwhile, WWE officials are monitoring every social post, meme, and reaction video, planning marketing campaigns that could ride the viral wave for months. But perhaps the most critical factor is Sami Zayn himself. Sources claim he's intrigued by the challenge. He reportedly understands that this is not just a haircut, it's a complete reinvention. If embraced fully, this version of Sami could elevate him into a league of performers capable of dominating main events, generating shocking moments, and capturing the imagination of both longtime fans and new viewers. The pressure is high, but the reward is enormous. A new era of Sami Zayn that fans will remember for decades. As WWE prepares for what could be the boldest character reboot in years, one thing is clear. The underdog era of Sami Zayn might be over, but the era of unpredictability, chaos, and viral shock is about to begin. Whether fans embrace it or resist it, WWE knows the stakes are high, and the payoff could be historic. What do you think? Is WWE making the right move by shaving Sami Zayn's head and turning him heel? Could this be the transformation that defines his career? Or is it too risky for the fans' favorite underdog? Comment your thoughts below. Smash that like button if you're excited for this shocking change. And don't forget to subscribe for all the latest WWE updates, rumors, and backstage leaks. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a viral moment. Because when Sami Zayn steps into this new era, you will want to see it first.